What's good? Welcome back to my channel, Chrissyy Talks. Y'all can call me Chrissyy. Crying Wolf. Let's talk about it. Now, Lovely Peaches, aka Brittany Johnson, is a 19-year-old singer. Most popular song called Itchin' and Burnin'. She is an Instagrammer, TikToker, internet personality, when really she got fame for doing and saying disgusting ass shit. Now, Lovely Peaches has literally eaten her own shit, rubbed her period blood on her face, licked her tampons used, drank cleaning supplies. She has sexually and physically abused her dog. She showed her pussy on live, and listen y'all, listen, I see it in my head. I remember this live. Okay, I don't want y'all to remember, okay? Nobody ever needs to remember, but that live she did with Kayla Nicole, bitch, I wish I didn't see it, but I did. And ever since, I've been blind in one eye. Lovely Peaches also excused pedophilia with the excuse of it being a sexuality.
The same people who be saying, let's stick up for all sexualities. Let's stick up for all sexualities. All sexualities are okay. But the moment that the conversation about a pedophile comes up, y'all wanna talk.
She has met her fans, yes, fans, in meet and greets while naked, as they were underage. But the most memorable thing out of all of that shit is the foul things that she has said and done pertaining to her kid, Cora Miracle. Now, Cora Miracle is her now 2-year-old daughter that she had back when she was 17 years old. Now, overall, I don't want to talk too much about Peaches, because at the end of the day, in real talk, she really might be someone that has mental health issues. I don't want to say that because I don't know, and I'm not trying to diagnose people, because I ain't no fucking doctor. But off of the things that she has said and done, anybody could see that there's something not right about her. Even though, like, what she has done is foul, I'm not going to judge her as a person because I don't fucking know. Like, let's be honest. But we're going to talk about these things because it pertains to her child, Cora Miracle. All the shit that she has done, it all takes part into why many of us did not want Cora in her custody. Now, Lovely Peaches verbally abuses her daughter, but also talks about the physical abuse that she may or may not have done to her daughter. She talks about throwing bleach on her. She talks about burning her with boiling hot water, putting her in a tub and letting her sit in hot water.
But I want her to suffer. So once again, I had did something to her, Cora Miracle. There's so many things I did to her. I used to pinch her skin. If she woke me up at 3 a.m., I would literally throw her to the floor, or I would pinch her skin really hard. I used to choke her, slap her, punch her, all type of things when she was a few days old. She woke me up at 3 a.m. and I was really pissed off, so I grabbed her by her arm and I jerked her out of her little crib. I grabbed her arm, I jerked that hoe out her crib, and damn near broke her arm off. I had got in trouble because I left her at home by herself, and she was on the swing swinging, and I left her home by herself, and the swing was on the floor, and she was halfway out the swing, and one of the neighbors saw her because I left the door open. Since they have no life, they called the police because they saw her on the floor. So I used to run really hot bath water, which I actually posted a video of some of these actions. Few people got it. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's over. I used to run really hot bath water, and I would let her sit there for a little while. I used to pour bleach on her, but not that much, because like I said, you ain't trying to get arrested, you know, you ain't trying to have all these marks on your child's body. But I was, at one point, I was going to kill her intentionally, because I didn't kill her intentionally.
She talks about selling her to men and allowing them to take advantage of her, and when she said this, she wasn't even 2 years old. Like, that makes it any better. But what makes it worse is that she was 4 months to 8 months old when she was saying all of this crazy ass shit.
When she was 4 months old, that's when they finally had sex. She lost her virginity, and after that she basically had sex with my boyfriend, and that's when it all went downhill. That's when I was like, you know what, this bitch already got me in trouble with the law. She's sleeping with my boyfriend. So that's when I was like, all right, you want to be a little slut, then we gonna benefit. Mama gonna benefit off of you being a slut. I started making some money off this little hoe. I started pimping her out. I started making money off of it. I was getting paid big bucks. Men were paying like $300 a piece. Some of these men were paying $300 a piece, close to $500 a piece. And she was bringing in some cash at one point. That hoe was paying the rent.
So her daughter was an infant. Like, her daughter was barely popped out of her pussy that I have seen. She barely has seen the world before she was talking about all this shit, from the physical abuse to the sexual abuse. And whether or not that is real, it's not something that you just take lightly. It's not something that you brush over. It's not something that you joke about. It's not something that you wouldn't take a kid out of regardless, because what the fuck? Like, this is someone's mother. Moms are supposed to protect you. They're supposed to be the ones who love you the most. They're supposed to be your biggest fans, especially to their daughter or their kid overall. So it's just like, regardless, it's sick. And you don't want no baby to be in the custody of someone who's talking this wild shit. So not only that, but she calls her names. Like, she calls this baby out of her name, calling her bitch and describing all kinds of abuse, not only like the ones that I mentioned before, but talking about not feeding her and actually wanting to see her suffer and how she's jealous of her, which I don't know why she's jealous of her, because imagine having a mother like that. Like, that's not even something to want to be in the position of.
I'm gonna keep abusing my baby, and for y'all who are pressed, I don't give a fuck. I don't give half of a fuck, because at the end of the day, that's my little piece of shit. Yes, my baby is worthless. Yes, my baby is a piece of shit. Yes, my baby is dog shit. But guess what? That's my motherfucking dog shit. And if I want to stomp that hoe, I'm gonna stomp that hoe. If I want to punch that hoe, I'm going to punch that hoe. If I want to kick that hoe, I'm going to kick that hoe. If I want to rape that hoe, I'm going to rape that hoe.
She talks literal shit about her kid like she's not even a stranger on the street, but somebody that she has beef with. And also said that she wants her dead. Like, this is someone that she wants dead, as she said back in the video in 2018.
But I was going to kill her intentionally, but I didn't know that I could make a lot of money off of her. So eventually, since I wasn't going to kill her, my punishments got a little rough. I'll put her in hot scalding water, throw Clorox on her.
Later on fed into a hoax that her daughter was dead, or that she was the one to have killed her daughter.
Cora Miracle is dead. It's over with. We got into it so bad one day. We was arguing. I mean, she deserved it, so I can't really get sad. This is my testimony, and this is the story of Cora Miracle and what really happened.
There was a moment in time where no one really knew what was truly going on. No one knew where Peaches was, and no one knew if her daughter was okay. But mind you, Cora is not just an infant. Cora is her infant. Cora is her child. Cora is her daughter. Since then, Save Cora has been a mission on social media, and many have started petitions on change.org, and hundreds of thousands of people have signed it, including YouTubers who have made videos on Lovely Peaches. Now, Lovely Peaches herself has been through her fair share of shit. Moved or ran away from home at about age 15, 16. She then got involved in sex trafficking, and when she escaped that, she got involved in prostitution. She offered her body to men for food, money, and shelter.
I'm a prostitute and I be sucking that dick.
Which I can only imagine what she actually been through, being in sex trafficking and then prostituting herself to these, you know, weird ass men. But nonetheless, that doesn't stray away from the conversation that she does need help for her mental, and her daughter shouldn't be a victim of her wars and battles. So just last night, there was an update from the Children's Right and the Salvation Foundation saying that the FBI is officially involved in this case, and that Cora is no longer in the custody of Lovely Peaches or her grandparents, which was said or reported back in 2018, and that Lovely Peaches will also no longer be allowed visitation to her daughter. Now, as far as I know, not many have been able to find Lovely Peaches or locate where she is exactly. She does move from hotel to hotel, so when you're not in one place, obviously it's gonna be hard to find you, and she hasn't really been in the public eye. I'm sure we all would have heard of her eating her own shit or drinking, you know, period blood if that was the case. But as far as we know, her daughter is safe, and that's really all that matters as of now. We can only hope that Lovely Peaches gets the help that she needs, because like I said, in real talk and all aside from this, she does seem like someone who needs help and has been through a lot of shit. And like I said, she showed her coochie on live. Like, wasn't that enough? Wasn't that enough for us to suffer? In other news, Chris Sales, the ex-husband of Queen Naija and the father of her kid, has been reported to be in a car accident last night. His brother Dwayne Sales said, "This Chris little bro, if anybody here from my brother, DM me. He was in a car crash and he not answering the phone. Please keep him in prayers. I already called police and hospitals. DM me if you hear from him." Other brother Jordan Lacey said, "If anybody got any info on my brother, DM me now, please. I got a call that he got hit by a drunk driver. I'm trying to find out more info. Hope you good, brother. Pull through." Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I was like, and then I seen the comments, and you know, black people is a whole big family on these social media platforms. So I was literally not the only one thinking this. A lot of comments was just like, this better not be a YouTube prank. This doesn't sound real. This better not be fake. And there were a few handful of comments that were just like, I hope he's okay. You know, all jokes aside, if it was true, not saying it's not, because I'm really not trying to discredit this. I really don't fucking know, and I really do hope that he is currently okay. But I felt like it would have been something that that, you know, came from an actual report that there was a drunk driving accident and this was the person who was involved in that accident. You know, more so in a news report, not in an Instagram post. But my thing is, for Chris's whole life to be consumed by social media, that it gets to the point where if something like this happens, which again, God forbid, I hope he's okay, and you know, wouldn't want to wish hurt on nobody. But how does it get to the point that you could have been in a whole accident and the first people think is not to wish you well, but that this probably didn't even happen? Like, people don't even believe you. And then on the other hand, with Lovely Peaches, it's like, how did we allow someone like her to get to the point that she's at, where she's getting known, she's getting likes, she's getting shares? Like, we really watched somebody who may have had a mental breakdown several times on live, and we thought it was funny and cute. And she has real life fans. Like, she has meet and greets with people who thought it was funny. What part of it was funny? Like, the shit wasn't fake, the period blood wasn't fake, the things that she said about her daughter, and people still tuned in. The only thing good that came out of the situation is that baby Cora is safe and out of her custody. But it's just like, why are we giving this type of attention, social media attention, to people who may be sick, to people who do not need it, to people who do stupid shit, instead of getting the attention that they actually need? You will see more people recording somebody dying or having a mental breakdown before actually helping them and doing something about it. I really don't understand, because it happens so many times where people build someone up and then they tear them down for the exact same thing that they build them up for. It's like, you didn't see that there was a problem when she was eating her own shit or putting blood on her face that came from her vagina. You didn't see the issue with that. I mean, I know that's different from what she's done with her child, but it's like, we shouldn't even have gotten to a place of seeing her pussy on live. And I know we can look at things in the bright side and say, well, if she never got to this point, would have never been able to save her daughter. But it still goes to the main question of, why are we giving attention to people like this? Because she did get a lot of, like, haha, this is funny, but really she just wasn't okay. But I'm glad that at least social media cared enough to do something about her daughter, because people is sick nowadays, and I'm not just talking about Lovely Peaches. But that is that in my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down what you guys think. Do you guys think that Lovely Peaches should have ever gotten famous? Do you guys like her song Itchin' and Burnin'? Do you think that Chrissyy would really take a prank this far? Comment down what you guys think below. Follow me on Instagram and my Snapchat at h.chrissyy, 2 S's 2 Y's. I love and appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.
She the god, she the god, she the god.